Cool. Okay, so what's the date today? It's Monday the 2nd of August. So today's Pilates class, quite gentle. We're going to address some really good mobility. We'll start in a standing position. Stand, bring yourself into neutral alignment. So feet in line with knees, knees in line with hips. Roll your shoulders back and down and then take a long breath. Okay, let's start that. Good. Right, I'm just going to shut the door if that's the right team. Right, there you go. That's better. So start neutral. And just a nice breath in. I've been looking at some posture things recently, so I'm constantly learning. So, and I'm a victim of this because I'm quite strong in my arms and shoulders. So I noticed that my hands, when I'm just stood, are hands on thighs. So, which means I'm internally rotating at my chest. So we need to bring you back to Vitruvian man. So a nice technique here is to lift the shoulders up and down to start with. And then actively allow your hands to roll out on the lift and lower and roll in. Because this is where we often settle, so roll out. And as soon as we start to roll out, the next thing that happens is that the chest tends to lift. So I want us to roll out and then tuck under. So here in your pelvis. So think about what that looks like. So we roll out and then tuck under. So that might need a bit of a squeeze on the bottom to get you to come into that posterior tilt, okay? So that's our first place. Now, once you're here, I want you to really drive your hands long and stretch your fingers. So push everything downwards, keep tucking under, and then roll your shoulders, alternate, right, left. Still in the same position, right, left, right, left. Mobility first, okay. Arms cross, so fingers to elbows, and then open wide, go long. Elbows in, cross, elbow touch. So that gives you your starting point. Open and lengthen. As you do this, think about that posterior tuck under as well. So tuck under, open and lengthen, arms in, open and lengthen. So the palms are up at the top of the movement. Lovely. Keep tucking under. Think about how your posture feels. So we've got a real good connection starting already. Lovely. Last time. Okay, and from here we go up. Okay, so in a high V, palms down, squeeze back. Rotate palms up into a high V. Tuck under your hip flexors. So tuck under your tail. Squeeze your shoulder blades. So if you can, I want you to really think about fully stretching out the elbow. Arm up, high V. Posterior tuck. Squeeze back. Let's do this last time. And then as we bring the hands back, I want you to sink through the knees slightly and chip chop your arms. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. So try to suck it in at the same time. 1, 2, 1, 2. We are increasing range into the shoulders here, okay? And it's important to get that stretch out of the bicep, which is our natural lift in arms. At the same time, so we're really 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and release, relax. Okay, feet together, so big toes touch, and from here we're sliding down towards the knee. Enjoy that stretch out the side of the waist. Rise. Now as you do this, put all your concentration into your feet. Are you swaying to the outside edges? How does your back feel? Now, take your time with this. If you need to stay into position, that's fine. It might be that once you've flexed, that you just have a little twist. See how that feels. I need to know that you're tight in your booty. So there's a bit of a bottom clench in that movement and that little wiggle jiggle. Now, to challenge this movement further, I want you to maybe look down, look up, pull up, look down, look up, pull up, and start to engage just above your bikini line. So think about tension. So down, look up, pull up. Still holding that posterior tilt of your pelvis, still pulling it in through the center of your abdominals. So as you do this, your hamstrings will tighten as well. You're keeping your legs, yeah. Are you okay there, Sue? Okay, and try and squeeze your thighs together at the same time, lovely. There's a lot going on here. That's nice, because some of you, I can see that you're sliding your hand up towards the top of your ribs. Also a really nice thing to do because it helps you with your shoulder alignment. And there's all sorts of things at the top of the neck and shoulders. Lovely. Okay, and release. So from there, so this is full lateral flexion. Now what we're going to do is add in some diagonal work. So I'm going to take my left hand to the front left knee, right hand to the back right knee. Come to center and then switch. Right hand, right front knee, left hand, back left knee. Switch. Left hand, front left knee, right hand, back right knee. Switch. And take your time here again. So your waistline muscles, what we call the obliques, you have two sets of them, internal, external obliques. They're slight lean to the front, slight lean to the back. That's firing up your obliques. What does that mean? That's working on the trunk function. It's working on the muscles that are attaching from your ribs down into your pelvis. So everything is having a little pull and a little stretch. Lovely. Okay, so we're going slightly further down the body now. So, okay, so from here, we're going to take your weight onto one foot, use support if you need to. We lift up, out, in, down. Repeat. Up, out, in, down. Up, out, in, down. Repeat. Down. One more, and then we switch sides. Up, out, in, down. Okay. Don't forget, use support if you need it. So again, what we're doing here is targeting into the psoas, so deep core muscles, and around the range of movement into the hip flexors. So this bit is quite important. Some of you will not like that. Your leg is heavy, remember? And of course, it's affecting your balance and what's going on in your feet too. Well done. Okay, right leg. So I want you to roll onto your tiptoes. So the front of your toes, your toenails are on the carpet, and then push your toes down. So it's a small move. You're just stretching out the foot and then push down. So we're going to come back to this when we're on the floor in a little while. So this is a lovely stretch of your toes. Well done. Okay, and this is where it changes. Come back, come forward, toes. Ball of foot, roll through the foot, come back. So it's just a little gentle movement, just working through the whole foot, one side only. And now we're starting to bring in a hamstring stretch on the other side. Okay, and switch sides. Hopefully your toes feel nice now. Okay, so other side. So start with that front foot stretch and then push back onto the balls of the feet. Front foot stretch, toenails down. Oh, lovely. Front foot stretch, toenails down. Ball of foot, and here's the change. Heel comes down, other foot lifts. Oh, everything clicked then. Lovely. So you'll feel that your hamstrings are firing here at the same time. So just trying to work all the way down the different chains of the body. Lovely. Okay, right. Shaky, 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 shaky. Shaky, 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 shaky. Feet wide. Okay, so feet wider than hip width, toe turned out. Okay, tiptoes, heels down, bend knees. Tiptoes, heels down, bend knees. So it's a small circle with the arms. I missed my studio today. Lovely. Okay, shaky, shaky. Shift weight. And I want you to really spend some good quality moments. One leg stand. One leg stand. So if you want to use the arms, you can. So the nice thing here, keep going. Your core muscles are firing. Your ankles are stabilizing. Take your time. Absolutely take your time. Lovely. So similar. This time, instead of side to side, we go one side, foot down, other side. So you can see there's a rotation there. So we're just working through the ankles a little. So step, pivot, lift. Foot down, pivot, lift. I like this one because I think it helps with that feeling of movement. So you're working from one side to the other. So there's a dizziness going on here. Too much, Sue, just do 4 on one side, 4 on the other. Lovely. Well done, and release. Okay, so let's start to address forward flexion of the spine. So in standing, we start nice and tall. Let's just tuck under again. Think about arms again as we started. Then from here, chest, chin to chest, and just roll down a little. So maybe your hands start to relax around knee height. Stay there, breathe in, draw your belly to backbone, rise. Let's do that again. So each time, your hands are just going to go a little lower. So you roll down just below your kneecaps this time, pull belly in, rise. And when I say pull belly in, suck in your belly button as tight as you can to the back of your body. So this is, no, can't remember what it's called, hypo-oppressive. impressive. So the idea is that your deep muscles super engage. So super pull it all in to rise. Relax your shoulders, so turn off your back muscles. At the top of the movement, just remember that palms forward if you can. So resetting your shoulders, lovely. And just progressively get deeper here. So think about using the balance of your feet. Is your weight loaded in the front of the foot or is it in the heels? Are your knees locked or could you bend them slightly? Where is your weight as you roll down? Are you looking through your knees to relax your neck and shoulders? And using the power of the spine to rise. Lovely. This time as you roll down, walk your hands out and come into a 4-point kneeling position. Okay, so we're going to create some circles here, team. Spread your fingers. I want you literally to go forward, so north, around to the right, down to the back of the movement, and back up through the left. So little circles. Now do this as big or as small as you like, go in one direction then the other. Really and truly, this is about your hands. So I know your core will fire, but you're going to shift weight and enjoy how that feels. Are your elbows straight? As you come forward to north, are you really feeling that load in your core muscles? How does it feel when you go to east and west? Lovely. I feel like that's a really nice massage of the wrists. Well done. Sit back in child's pose, feet together, knees wide. So let your knees drift out nice and wide and push off your elbows or your wrist to really get your bum as close to your heels as possible. Okay, so can you hear all the seagulls? Seagull-tastic here today. Right, okay, so what I want is a fairly subtle movement. So I want you to go posterior tilt, anterior tilt. Now I don't have that range in my back, so I need you to put your heels down onto your bum and really tuck your tail under, and then try and flash your tail to the sky. So tuck it under and then stick it up to the sky. So it will feel, it's kind of a weird one because you might feel you lack range here. And when you send your tail up to the sky, see if you can drop your back. Yeah, that's it, like proper arch through your back. Hollow in, that's it. So it's very difficult to get into the low back muscles in terms of massage, but we need to show that the lower back, particularly as the spine comes into the pelvis, we've got that lovely movement there. Now it's a semi-movable joint, so it's not designed to be really fully flexible, but your muscles are. So it's important that we just get a little bit of range here. Beautiful. Okay, well done. Back into all 4-point kneeling. We're coming into diagonal pointer. So you're right there, everyone okay? So it is right arm, left foot. So today what we're going to do, we are going to take front arm, back leg, opposite, and lift and hold. So we're going to hold that for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, squeeze butt, lengthen knee, straighten arm, thumb to ceiling, and then we switch. Okay, so just tens. We're going to do this in 10-second counts, so you're going to need to count. So each time refine it. So think long arm. Is the heel as high as the shoulder? So think about squeezing the buttocks. Once you've done your 10, you repeat again. Try curling your back toe under your heel and see how that feels, because that will suddenly charge you up further in terms of your balance. And keep going. So we'll do 30 each side, so 3 rounds each side. Lovely. And once you've done that, I want you to just pause. So once you've done that, I need you to take your knees to one side, drop your hip, pull your hip up, knee walk, drop your hip, pull your hips up, knee walk. Does that make sense? Can you see what I'm doing? So we take both knees to the right side, hip comes down to the floor. Use your power in your arms to pull yourself up. Knees go to the left side. Drop your hip down, pull your hip up. Knees walk to the right side. Down, up. So from a physical fitness point of view, you're using your chest and shoulder power to rise. You're firing up your obliques, your waistline muscles. Your knees are comfortable, as best they can be. And we're transferring, so this is us getting off the floor from a right side and a left side, making this whole thing equal and balanced. Your hips will feel lovely after this. Well done. Well done. And then from there, I want you to lie down flat on your backs. Have a drink first. Lie down flat on your backs and go into a full body stretch. Lovely. Okay. Enjoy how that feels. It might be when you're in a full body stretch. Maybe you cross your legs, have a wiggle jiggle. Uncross, recross other side, have a wiggle jiggle. Maybe send both arms to the right side a little, left side a little. The nice thing, so we talk about awareness, proprioception, that's where we feel in space. The nice thing about having your back on the floor is that your spine tells your brain where you are. So it's really nice to get some nice feedback here. And we're going to start with your shoulder blades, okay? So I want you to take out your arms to through 9 o'clock and see if you can bend your elbows and see if your arms will rest onto the floor. So you like pee on a fork. Okay, bent elbows. You're going to bring those elbows all the way in front of you, so your elbows touch, maybe your wrist touch, and then you're going to send your arms back onto the floor. And you're going to repeat that a handful of times. Whether your legs are straight or bent, I don't mind. So this is just you and your spine and your brain having a little chat about where you are in space. Things may creak, things may or may not touch, but really work on seeing if you could get the whole of the forearm and fingertips onto the floor equally and comfortably. Okay, last time, leave your arms where they are, but you're going to slide them upwards so you come into a high V, And then you're going to bend your elbows and slide your arms down as far as you can without your fingernails lifting off the carpet. So you go up as high as you can, high V, and then slide down, 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 down. This is us working the muscles in the back, being conscious of your shoulder blades and the muscles around your bra. So really kind of like suck it in, draw everything inwards to the middle and center of your back. Lovely. Okay, now rest your arms. If you can, palm up at your side, but just slightly away. So like 8 o'clock, 5 o'clock type thing. Lovely. Okay, just be comfy. But the important thing is that you've rolled your shoulders out and your chest is open. We're going to come down to core muscles now. Okay, so I just need you to imagine the weight is coming, transferring out of your feet into your center. So where your feet are now, just take the power into your center. So your feet are lightly touching the carpet. You should feel a change in your trunk. So as you take the weight out your feet, your pelvis starts to fire up. Okay, left leg comes up into half tabletop. Right leg comes up to join it. Left leg comes down, barely touching the floor. Right leg comes to join it. Now really take your time with this. So as slow as you can. Don't worry about your breathing. Just take your time. Breathe where you feel comfortable. The guidance is exhale on exertion. So, and it's really got to be super slow here. The slower we do this, firstly, it's more intense, but you have more control. Feet up and stay up. Let's have a look at arms. So we'll keep your feet where they are. Arms come up to ceiling. And we're going to work through that lovely combo that we all know and love. Right hand overhead, left fingers down at your bottom. Then we switch. I want you to think about what's going on with your shoulder blades. Does it feel comfortable? Does it feel balanced? Nice and relaxed through your arms. Are your elbows nice and straight? Do you need to adjust anywhere in your shoulder blades? Just think this through and take your time. Lovely. Okay, let's add in that circle. So, arms brush the floor, one arm goes down, other arm comes up, and then we come up and over, like the soldier, the marching soldier, and then we do that circle out to the side. Up and over, out to the side. So there's always 2 soldier arms, and always 1 circle, brushing the floor. Are we okay there? Chris? You okay? Shoulder, okay. There's quite a bit of shoulder mobility going on this morning there. Well done. Last time. Draw your knees into chest and give yourself a kutch. I know you're listening, Pat. It's not my phone, it's my computer that's pinging. I'm really sorry, guys. Okay. Right. Okay, so we're circling. Let go of your hands. Before we start this, focus on upper body stillness, okay? So the movement is at the waist downwards. So arms out nice and wide because there's your stabilizers. If your palms are up, even better. Allow both feet to come towards the floor and then back up again. Keep the shoulders glued to the floor. And then repeat and make bigger. So if you want to allow the feet to brush the floor, you can. Well done. And if you want to make it bigger still, please do. So think about thighs coming all the way up onto your rib cage. Well done. Last time. Feet down, knees bent, lift hips into a bridge. Okay, stay there. Palms up at your side, squeeze your shoulder blades together. We're just going to do a bit of an ankle mobility here. So heels lift, heels down, toes lift, toes down, heels lift, heels down, toes lift, foot down, heels lift. And just keep transferring one to the other. Okay, finish with your heels lifted. And then I want you to drop your left bum cheek and then send it upwards. Drop your right bum cheek and send it upwards. So we go left and push and right and push. If it's more comfortable with feet flat, please do so. So I recognise that some of us got stuff going on with ankles. Yes, that's right, Barbara. It's all designed to really challenge your hamstring and booty. Take your feet wider. Same thing. Left cheek lift, right cheek lift. And it might feel slightly different now that your feet are wider. Good. And a big fire up, a big clench at the top of the movement. Big clench at the top. Well done, keep going. So we go 8 and 7, nice and high. So really squeeze and engage your hamstrings. Squeeze the top. Lovely. I think we're on 3, 2, last time. Bottom comes down, knees come into chest and give yourself a kutch. Lovely. So we're coming into one leg circle. One leg will be straight, one knee will be bent, and we're just going to take it in 360 circle. Then out of a bent knee will become a straight leg. So what's that look like? Let's just work right side. Left leg straight, right knee bent and in the air. Take right knee out to the side, right foot to the bottom of your yoga mat, across the body and reset in its starting position. Reverse. So down towards the bottom of the yoga mat, out to the side and reset. So we're going to do this, and if you want to, straighten off the leg. And allow for movement, allow for your body to rock with this. Again, the glutes have just fired up here, but we need to also, where there's contract, we need to stretch at the same time. So in the previous exercise where we bridged, the glutes were tightening. Here, this gives us an opportunity, particularly the smaller of the glute muscles, to have a little stretch. Hamstrings are responsible now. Inner thigh, into pelvic floor, all helping to work and reset the spine. Well done. And when you're ready, we switch sides. Well done. Lovely, you're looking good. I'm not sure if it's Chris, you're either frozen or you're having a nap. I'm not sure. She's tired. Yeah, too much. Yeah, bent knee, but you know what? The circumduction is really important. So with a hip replacement, I would still have a look at those circles. I know it might feel a bit weird. You might not feel anything. So with a bent knee, Chris, do it with a bent knee. Just lovely circles, because it's also, because of the weight of your leg, you get a nice massage into the back of the acetabulum, the back of the pelvis, where the ball and socket joint sits in comfortably. Okay, well done. Release, relax. How are we feeling? Thumbs up. Good, good. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Yeah, good, lovely. So not too much, just enough. Balance is okay. You're all right. I saw you checking your watch there, Sue. Okay, so we've been practicing this in pliability, but it's so important. I want us to, in fact, we do it in this class too. I want you to sit up and just drop your knees to one side, wide base with your feet, other side. So drop and lift, drop and lift. Again, this enables just a nice bit of a stretch here into the low back. So both knees to one side. So see if you can take your feet wider if possible, Chris. Lovely. Okay. Okay, so we're going to do a little combo. So feet are wide, so you can see my knees. I'm going to roll down, roll up, drop my knees to one side, and then the other. You can see my arms in the air, roll down again, roll up, feet wide. The challenge here is the wide base of the feet, because we're so used to doing this with a narrow knee. So we're just firing up new fibers within the muscles. Your body's not used to doing it with a wide leg. At the same time, think about that downward pressure of your body as you rise. So think about your pelvic floor. So hang in there with your fine china. Good. And do the thing that's right for you. You have to feel comfortable. Don't forget, we're tightening up through the pelvic floor. So that downward pressure as you rise, you think about that pelvic floor connection. 2 more. And on the last one, you stay up, feet wide. Okay. So, little massage. Body weight is just doing a circle. Feel that stretch around the tail. How does it feel in the back? One direction then the other. How do the knees feel? Do you need to spend any time in one area? How do the hamstrings feel? What if you flex to your feet as you performed this? How does that feel? Okay, lovely. And release. Okay, so from here we're looking to rotate and flex. Rotate, flex and reach. Lift, rotate and flex. And I want you to try and relax your thighs because they want to bunch up when you bend over. So just think about taking the tension out of your thighs with that rotation. Good job. I hope you're all right, Jane. I can't see you anymore. I hope you're okay.
I've just popped a message in the chat for you. She's fine.
Oh, I see. Right, okay. Lovely. Okay, leave your hands behind you. Now, put your hands wherever you're comfortable and not precious about this anymore. So for me, I like my fingers turned away and I want to lift the hips, pop your bum down. If you want to have a little play with this and turn your fingers around, try it. How does that feel into your shoulders? All I'm asking you to do is lift your bottom, and as you lift your bottom, you start to look upwards. Too much in the shoulder, okay? So as you are then, Chris, feet kind of close, just take your weight off your bum. That's it. That's it, it's fine. So play with where your hands are. That's the interesting bit. Have a look, turned out, turned out, turned in, turned right the way in. And the emphasis changes, doesn't it, into your shoulder and into your elbows and wrists. So this one I think is kind of important and we've not given it enough attention. Lovely. Okay, shake off your wrists. Well done. We're flipping over. So we're going to have a look at some modified planks. Okay, so earlier on in the session, I talked about tucking under your tail in child's pose. So really thinking about bringing it round and then to come forward and lift the tail up in the air. Okay, so the progression from that today is we're going to try and scoop the chest along the floor. So the hands will slide forward, chest will slide forward, but you're really sticking your bum up in the air. Now, I really struggle with this, so I know I'm uncomfortable here and I have back pain here, but I really want us to think about just keeping that bum up. Now, your knees might not like it, so have a look, a wider knee pattern, so you're on the inside of your knees. There will be natural restrictions here. It's the shape of your pelvis, okay? Natural restrictions. And not everyone's a natural back bender, okay? Okay, come forward, shoulders over elbows, bring your knees back into alignment, so you're on your kneecaps, and we're gonna flick. 1, 2, 1, 2. So you're drawing your heels to your bottom, you're in a modified plank, so you're off your kneecaps, you need to come further forward, let your hips come forward so you're on the fleshy part of your thighs. Flick, 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 flick. There you go. So this will totally cane, is that what you said? Cane your hamstrings. Now flex your feet for the next 10. Ow, ow, good. Well done, well done. Come up onto your hands, lift up into downward facing dog. Up, curl toes, up, and settle there for a second. So if you want to go for a little walk, just to get that stretch out of the Achilles, please do. And just settle there. Making sure you're using your body weight to push backwards. So use your arms and your shoulder pad to push backwards, drawing your belly. Come up onto your tiptoes. Exhale and melt your heels down a little deeper. Okay, so we're going to roll through the back, create a wave shape through the back to come forward into a plank. So lift up, draw belly in, come forward into a plank, eye gaze slightly forward. Push out the shoulders, push back into downward dog. Take your time. Breath in, exhale, roll forward. Push up, eye gaze backwards, lovely. So you're going to do this 6 more times. Don't worry about it. Little bit of strength as we come into our finishers. Lovely. And it's really great. And so I'm going to big me up now. That's good coaching, that you guys adapt when you need to. And I love the fact that you own your movements. So you go, can't do that, but I'm going to modify. That is flipping brilliant. That's so, you just don't see that enough in people. It demonstrates your own confidence in your movements. I'm really proud of you girls. Well done. Lovely. This time we take the right foot forward. So I want us to bring it forward as far as you can. So I'd like to do some work with hip flexors, okay? So right foot forward on the top of the foot on the left. And I just want us to lunge forward and just enjoy that stretch out to the bottom. Okay, so from here we're going to twist. So I want you to the right legs forward, left elbow to the outside of the right knee. And enjoy that twist. If you want to, lean forward and lay your arm along the front thigh. It's a big old twist. See how you feel. Okay, from there, hand down, so left hand down, curl left foot, lift left knee. Rise up. Hands down. Okay, straighten front knee, drop in, back left heel. And if you can, leave both hands on front right shin. Now from here we're going to twist, okay? So leave right hand on right shin, start to open up chest, left hand to left hip, left hand towards the sky. Left hand around the small of your back, grab it, pull it, reset right leg, right hand on right shin. Okay, so bend front right knee, forward fold. So you turn 90 degrees and just forward fold. That is a really good angle for everyone, well done. Hold on to your elbows if you can and just see if you can fold a little deeper. Turn another 90 degrees. Right knee comes down. Left foot is now your front leg. And when you're ready, lean forward. So that's your hip flexor stretch. Okay, so right arm to the outside of the left front knee and twist. Well done. When you're ready, curl back right foot, under, lift, back right knee. Release. Straighten front left knee. Drop right foot in. Both hands rest on front shin. So we're going to open again. Right hand to sky. Pelvis opens. Eye gaze if you can upwards. Hold your balance. Take hand down the back. Wrap it around your waist. Eye gaze to ceiling. Bend front knee. Knee comes down. Other knee joins it, child's pose. Well done. Okay, when you're ready, settle yourself on your mats. You're cooked. Let's do some relaxation. I love that. You all go, and collapse. And relax. Okay, so from here, let's start inwardly. Let's engage some breathing techniques. And I'm going to ask my people to be a little bit quieter. Think about your breath, rising up between the nostrils into the center of your forehead. I'm going to do some work around self-care, knowing that you can't pour from an empty cup. But you don't have all the answers, right? So with your next breath, take a big fat sigh, let it go. Create that heaviness. Feel the difference between the body that's attached to the ground and the rest of you that's exposed to the air. Maybe there's a coolness on your skin, maybe even a breeze. And feel your body where it makes contact with the ground. And just to reinforce the message that it's okay to take time out to relax. Self-care is a deliberate choice, a gift to yourself. And that could be with people or places or things. Self-care enables you to take opportunities that recharge our personal batteries. Self-care helps us promote our whole health. So we're active and we nourish. When we say promote whole health, we talk about the mind, the spirit, and the body. And that's working the nervous system to make sure that you do relax. And that's why the breath and the breathing is so important. Letting your belly swell as you breathe. And push that belly down, breath down into your belly and your abdomen. So little by little, day by day. What is meant for you, it will find a way. And when we relax, using self-care, we create change. And today we choose to be the most beautiful version of ourselves. And it's inside and out. Because it's your time to be happy. Just letting things flow. Be positive. Self-care isn't selfish. Today will be a good day. Everything will be okay. We are in control of our life and our feelings. That we are loved. And we've got an awful lot to be grateful for. Each day will be a better day. And everything you need is within you. Sometimes the most positive thing you can do is relax. And how you love yourself is how you teach others to love you. So take a long breath in. Create some movement to your fingers, your toes. You may need to draw your heels into your bottom to activate your back. Maybe your knees into chest. Roll through your knees. Roll to your side. Give yourself a moment. And when you're ready, bring yourself into a seated position. Take a long breath in. Stretch out your arms. Take them up. Bring your hands together. And then give yourselves a round of applause. Well done. How do you feel? Come off mute. Let me just stop recording.